After the success of the Marvel Universe, and go 10 years, 11 years, DC tried to get into it a few years back. Man of Steel, it was all right. It was all right. It wasn't fantastic. It was pretty good. Batman vs. Superman, oh. And then 2017, Justice League. I saw this movie once. And if you know me, that's a feat, because I love superhero movies and I didn't like this movie. I've seen Iron Man, I can't count how many times. I've seen a lot of those movies time and time and time and time. Even Doctor Strange I've seen like a dozen times. But Justice League just left a really bad taste in my mouth. But then came Zack Snyder's Justice League. Greetings, Dave here, DCBFX. I just want to follow up on this. Everyone and their brother was talking about this forever. Release the Snyder Cut, release the Snyder Cut, release the Snyder Cut. Well, they did. And I spent 4 hours the other day watching it. I like that they broke it up in parts to get it, but I watched like part 4, 5, 6 at the very end. This is a 3-hour movie played over 4 hours. There's a lot that could be cut. Now, granted, they cut a whole lot when they first put out Justice League. Like, I didn't like it. I didn't like all this. A lot of it seems so forced. And as if you watch it, hang on a sec. Before I go any further, there are going to be spoilers. So if you don't want to see any spoilers, you can go now. Okay, they're probably gone. If you're still here and you haven't seen it, here's some spoilers. Anyway, they cut out pretty much any of the good stuff about Cyborg in the original 2017. Now, I don't even like Cyborg on this team. I'm a comic collector since the 70s. So I know a lot about DC Comics. DC Comics is always my go-to. Dick Grayson's my favorite character, Nightwing, all that stuff. Cyborg is a new Teen Titans character. When the New 52 came along, they shoehorned Cyborg into it. I never knew why they did. It wasn't so much better with the Martian Manhunter as it should have been. Anyway, they shoehorned him in, and then he got left on the cutting room floor. Now, Ray Fisher, the actor, has really burned his bridges with DC anyway, even if, they said, well, maybe you're right about Joss Whedon. Just the way he talked, he's talking himself out of a job, so whatever. They did have some good heart, but they also did have a dumb sequence. It has been explained to him by his father that he can now control anything computer-wise. He can do all this stuff. And what does he do? He sees a struggling waitress, young single mother, gives her an extra $100,000 in her account. Some people say, well, it's ones and zeros. She took money from the account. He just took $100,000 from the bank and gave it to this woman, which he has good intentions, but he's still stealing. I didn't like that scene. The movie itself takes a long time to get where it's going. We don't even see Kal-El until 2 hours and 40 minutes in. And then the aesthetic is that he's in the black costume, which it should have had a white cape. Anyway, they had that, and that was different, and the fight was good, but it's like, how are they, I think someone said this a long time ago about Aliens vs. Predator. There was a good 30-minute movie there that was surrounded with an hour of suck. I'm not saying that it sucked, but it just was a whole lot of exposition that I didn't need. It should just got to the meat of it, but I can see what the thought was. This is Zack's vision, so, that's Zack's vision. So it is what it is, but I just think it could have been taken out, you could condense it down to a 3-hour movie. Because, I love Watchmen. I think that's a great movie. And then there's Zack Snyder movie. I have watched that multiple times. I have the director's cut. I have the full 3 hours, and I'll watch it again and again and again. It's great. It's just, I think he added too much on. There's too much fluff to it, which you could pare some of that down, and you have a really good movie on your hands. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I've seen it. I don't know I'd see it again. I've watched Avengers a dozen times. I've watched Iron Man, as I said, I can't count. It was my go-to fun movie. Ant-Man, Doctor Strange, Guardians. Well, I cosplay as Peter Quill. I like Guardians. I've seen those multiple times. I've seen Justice League once, and I'll probably see Zack Snyder's Justice League once, and that's it. I don't like the aesthetic, I guess, like the Marvel movies make to they try and take gods and make them human, and the DC movies are taking, we've got these heroes and then they're gods. I don't like that. It's hard to relate to it. Something just struck me as wrong. I did like it. I liked the movie well enough. I'm just not sure I have the time to commit another 4 hours to watch it again. So that's just me. But anyway, again, this is my thoughts. This is me. If you haven't seen it yet, well, you know how to know the story because you've stayed here past I said spoilers. But if you want to watch it, go ahead. It's good. But yeah, I think it's something. It's something. So anyway, that's my take on things for today. Hope everyone has a great day, and we'll talk to you all later.